Welcome to Make It with Alice, your channel for communications, emotional intelligence, and confidence building. I'm Alice, and I'm a mentor and coach. And today we're going to talk about the need to be right, ego based, and this is why it kills a lot of relationships. So, what is the need to be right? That means you exert your opinion and you create a situation where you want your opinion to be valid and it is right, which means your opinion, your principle, your value. Now, what happens when you are in a team environment, a relationship, and the other person also needs to be right? You bump heads. It's called, we say in the Western world, bump heads. You compete. There's a power dynamic. We have to understand that there is no flow. There is no moving forward if both of you need to be right. But then what happens if you allow the person to always be right and then you're subservient, or you don't express your opinion, you don't express your values and principles. And what happens when two people need to be right? You have a breakdown in communication, and that can cost your relationship. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about how to avoid getting into the power dynamic of need to be right. And I'm also going to share with you a story from my time when I had a fight with my brother where we both needed to be right and the consequences of that. A lot of us are not aware that two people need to be right can literally break apart your marriage, your relationship, your family, and also can break apart your stability. So let's begin with my personal story. I was in grad school, I was graduating, and I got into a big fight with my brother. Typically, we're both very strong-minded individuals. We both had our principles, and usually we're able to work through any problem. But this time, we were both adamant on exerting our position, the need to be right. We both needed to be right. So what happened was we stopped communicating. Take a guess how long that was. 2 years. 2 years. Okay. And that same time, I didn't talk to my mom for 2 or 3 years. Now, do you think we both won? I mean, I had the worst time making money and I was in unstable relationships. We were both in the same country, same state, California. And I was reaching out and he didn't want to talk to me. And the thing is that that's family, right? We always know if the family's going to be there, but 2 years can easily be 20 years. So now that my brother's married and he is, they made a commitment, and if they both need to be right, him and his wife, like they got to work it out because they're married. So what my brother and I talked a lot about from that understanding that situation and understanding some of his challenges, he said, we both need to be right. We both have our opinion, but let's find solutions. Let's move forward. So that's something you could apply to any situation. Is what happened, happened. I understand we both need to be right. I understand that we both have a different opinion. So now what? Right? Let's move forward. Where can we move forward? Because most of our problems are communications based. We can solve it, but it takes two people. If two people, like a husband and wife or brothers and sisters, want to move forward, they can. And since we're focusing on, but we assume that both people want to work it out, we're focusing on the need to be right. Know in your communication when both of you need to be right. And in that moment, offer the solution of, use this phrase, I know we both need to be right. We both need to be right. There's nothing wrong with both of us being right. We are both right, and that's beautiful. Like, turn it into a positive. Let's move forward. You have to break that anger, break that part of the communication where you're stuck, because both of you need to be right. You're both stuck. You're not moving. So how do you move, right? You have to change the communication and analyze it. Given that you're not upset, look at it and say, it's okay that we both need to be right. Let's just agree that we both need to be right. Where is the path forward? And ask a question, because in the question, you break the mindset, you break the cognitive wall, let's say. So it's easier to be in your emotions. It's easier to reject the person. It's easier to say, I'm right, you're wrong. It's easier to say, we're both right, forget it. And it's easier to have this power dynamic. But it's irrelevant because guess what? You break up your marriage, then you're going to come up to the same problem. The universe, God gives you the lessons until you learn them. Allow yourself just to say it's okay that we both need to be right. And ask, how do we move forward? Like, how can we make this happen? Like, how can we move forward? And I promise you that if you ask that question, you're going to go from your mind and defending your position, you'll sink a little bit more into your heart. I'm not saying it's going to work every time, but it works. And you might avoid 2 years of not talking to your spouse or your brother, your sister, or your roommate. Allow yourself just to sit with that. And then ask, why do I need to be right? Where am I wrong? Where do I feel disempowered? Where do I feel less than who I am? A lot of the times we know the solution, but we just don't know how. We don't know the tools. We don't have the frameworks. We don't have the models. And the whole point of me creating these videos is just to share that knowledge, share those tools, share those methods. What I talk about, I apply. It's helping me. I wanted to share it. Hopefully it helps you. If you find these videos helpful, I would love your comments. Let me know if you have any questions, where I can improve, what topics I should discuss. And as always, we end each episode with do the best that you can every day.